Hi everyone, it's Tania McCartney. How you doing? How's things? How's things in your world? I hope you're doing lots of reading, diving into books, coming out again and diving into another one. I love to dive in. I love to read stories. I'm hoping you're a little bit like me. You like to read them yourself or have them read to you. And I thought that maybe we could read something from Evie and Pog because I haven't read a story from the book to any kids yet, and I would love to do that for you today. There's 2 books out already. There's book 1, Takeoff, and then the next one, Puppy Playtime. And in just about a month's time in May, we've got book 3, which is Party Perfect. But I thought we could go with book 1, Takeoff. And in each Evie and Pog story, there are 3 stories. And in Takeoff, we've got Puppy School Mess, School Play Drama, and Cake Stall Chaos. So I'm thinking, I might go with School Play Drama. When I was your age, I used to love putting on plays at school. And even in high school, we used to put on plays ourselves without the teachers even getting involved. So, I love plays. So let's get into School Play Drama. Chapter 1. High in a treehouse in a big backyard live 2 very best friends. One is a girl and one is a dog, and everyone knows them as Evie and Pog. One black cloud day, Evie is making daisy chains when Pog appears. He's wearing a costume. And have a look at the costume. How cute is that? Look at him. He doesn't look happy. Granny Gladys knitted it for the school play. Evie covers her mouth. Oh, Pog, you look so cute. Pog waves his wand. He doesn't look happy. I know you wanted to be an owl, says Evie. Pog frowns. But you make a lovely fairy. Evie bounces around on the grass. And this will be the best school play ever. Race you to Granny's. Pog sighs and plods over the grass. Evie runs into the kitchen. Granny Gladys is mopping the floor. A wet floor is slippery, especially if you're running, and of course, Evie trips. She always trips. Up go her feet, then her legs. Oops-a-daisy, she says. She twists in the air and lands on the rug. The daisy chain floats down. Poor Evie. Great leaping lamingtons, says Granny. Up you get. You need to try on your costume. Oh, Granny, it's amazing, says Evie. She claps her hands. Check out that costume. Granny's knitted the entire thing. Wowzers, she's clever. The wings dazzle in the morning light. Each stitch has been knitted in every colour you can imagine. I used some sparkly wool and I put wire through the wings so they stick up straight, says Granny. Now hold still. Here's your antenna. Beautiful. I'm the butterfly queen, sings Evie. She dances around the living room with her cymbals. I can't believe tomorrow is the school play. Where's my fairy pug? She calls out as she dances. Pog sighs. Chapter 2. The day of the school play is pretty rainy. The sky is wet. The clouds are wet. The trees are wet. The grass is wet. Even the rain is extra wet. Evie and Pog whoosh down the slide. Granny Gladys is tying a big umbrella over her bicycle. Evie sneezes. She sneezes so hard her rain hat flies off. Polly Wolly Doodle, says Granny. She always says that when someone sneezes. Evie claps her hands. School play, it's today. I think I'm going to pop. She takes off over the daisy spot grass, snapping at raindrops. Right, I've packed all the costumes, says Granny Gladys. Let's go. Evie sneezes as they climb onto Granny's bicycle. Then she sneezes as they pedal down the driveway. She sneezes so hard the bicycle shoots forward. She sneezes through the village park and past the duck pond. She sneezes over the river, down the lane and right up to the school gate. One last sneeze blows the bicycle all the way to the front door. And Granny sings Polly Wolly Doodle all the way. Here's a map of the village. And you can see here the route that they take on the bike. Oh, it's hard with cameras. Here is the tree house. This is where Evie and Pog live. And they come all the way past the village park, the duck pond, across the river and down to the village school. Let's see what happens when they get there. Chapter 3. The school hall is busy. There's running and yelling and singing. When Evie arrives, there's also sneezing. Big sneezes that shake the walls and rattle the windows. "Polly-wolly doodle," says Granny. Every time Evie sneezes. Pog knows what to do. He finds a peg in the dress-up box, a lovely wooden peg. Then he grabs Evie's face and puts the peg on her nose. What's that? Evie feels a tickly sneeze coming. She takes a step back. Her eyes close. Her mouth opens wide. She leans back all the way. Gasp, gasp. Nothing. "Well, Pog, this peg really works," says Evie. Her voice sounds funny. Clap, clap, clap. "Okay, is everyone here?" Miss Footlights loves being a teacher. She loves being a school play director, but most of all, she loves cake. Who doesn't love cake? Miss Footlights throws her arms around like a windmill. "Only 6 hours till our play begins," she says. "Where are my rocks, my trees, my forest friends?" You can see there they're getting set up for the school play. Lots of boxes full of treasures. "Noah!" Evie skips onto the stage. Noah is Evie's best school friend. He's also the son of Mr. Pooch, the owner of the puppy school. "Hello, Evie," says Noah. Evie looks up. "What are you doing?" she says. Noah doesn't look very happy. He looks very sad. "I'm trying to fly," he says. "Pog has wings. I wish I had some. Did Granny bring my costume?" "It's over there." Evie points to a big grey blob. It's next to Evie's bright butterfly wings. "Sorry, it got a bit wet on the way to school." "I'm a rock," says Noah. "Rocks can't fly, you know." He reaches down and touches Pog's fairy wings. He looks around at the other costumes. Granny has knitted them all. "We have cupcakes," says Evie. She wants to cheer up her friend. "We have strawberry, your favourite." "No, thanks," says Noah. "I'd better try on my rock costume. It doesn't have wings, you know. Rocks can't fly." Evie watches him go. She feels sad for Noah. If she had a tail, it would droop. Chapter 4. "Help!" Miss Footlights is up a ladder with a hammer. She is trying to reach higher. Pog dashes up the ladder to help. He loves to hammer nails. "A little to the left, Pog. Now to the right," shouts Miss Footlights. She leans a little too far. "Whoops! Look out!" The ladder slips sideways. Pog dangles from the sign. "Flap your wings, Pog!" cries Evie. Pog rolls his eyes. He jumps back onto the ladder with Miss Footlights. They rock back and forth, back and forth. Everyone gasps. Back and forth, back and forth. Everyone gasps again. Then the ladder stops. The sign lands in the perfect position. "Thank you, Pog. You are such a handy dog," says Miss Footlights. They climb down the ladder. "Oops! Look out, Granny!" "Must tidy up!" Granny Gladys has Evie's best scissors. She's chasing children around the stage. Snip! She's snipping the threads on their costumes. "No loose threads! Someone might trip!" "It's okay, Granny," Evie says. She puts up her hands. "No one will trip." And that's when Evie trips. She always trips. She wobbles, she rolls and tumbles, and then she lands on her feet at the other end of the stage. Everything is going so well. Chapter 5. Yes, everything is going very well. The stage is set, the lights are working, everyone has tried on their costumes, they are ready. The hall fills up with family and friends. Mr. Pooch is here with his lovely sausage dogs. "Okay, children, woodland friends, trees, rocks, it's time!" Miss Footlights flaps her arms. Noah plods onto the stage. His big grey costume looks heavy and wet, because it is. There's Noah in his rock costume. Poor Noah. Evie looks around for Pog. She looks up. There he is, high above the stage. Pog looks down and winks. He seems happier to be a fairy now. Granny Gladys has finished snipping threads. Things are neat, things are tidy. So she changes into a frock, a pom-pom frock and hat. You can see her outfit here. She even has pom-poms on her shoes. The hall is noisy, so she has pom-pom earmuffs on too. Granny looks as happy as a pom-pom. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and dogs, Miss Footlight says. She's using her outside voice. Perfect Primary School brings you the Butterfly Queen. Everyone claps as the play begins. Evie and her butterfly wings and peg nose dance across the stage. Animals from the forest join in. Pog floats down from above. You can see there that he's suspended from the ceiling like a fairy, and that's all the other kids. Evie's dancing across the stage. Evie is trying hard to have fun, but Noah is looking sad and rained on and stuck to the floor. Come fly with me, Evie whispers as she dances past. Rocks can't fly, Noah says. Just hold my hand. That's when Granny appears with Evie's scissors. Those threads are loose, she says. Must have tidy wings. Granny chases Evie all over the stage, and of course, what happens next? Evie's wings get caught on a tree branch. The branch gets caught on the deer gets caught on the ladybird. The ladybird gets caught on the bear gets caught on the owl gets caught on the bunny, everything gets caught on the echidna. And that's when everything comes undone. Chapter 6. The pink wool, the blue wool, the orange wool, the purple wool, wool in every kind of green and brown, pulling and knotting until the whole stage is a big woolly spider web. Great leaping lamingtons, says Granny. Somebody save the children, cries Miss Footlights. Mr. Pooch runs to help. His lovely sausage dogs run onto the stage too. They go straight for Noah, the big grey rock. Evie is in a tangle. Noah, Pog, help! I can't. Noah tries to stand. I'm too heavy. Pog flaps his wings. Then he pulls his way down the curtain to the woolly web. He reaches for Evie. He tugs and he tugs, but Evie is stuck. He tugs harder and harder. And finally, what do you think happens? Pop! Evie flies out. But so does Pog. He flies all the way to the very top of the hall. He's as high as a giant's eye. There's no way he can get down. Evie groans. She has to think fast. She looks at Noah. He's peeking sadly through the eye holes of his costume. She has an idea. She runs to the blackboard and draws up a quick plan. It looks interesting. Let's see what happens. You can save Pog, Noah. Evie leans down and peers into his eye holes. Noah's eyes look up at Pog. But rocks can't fly, he says. Evie looks up at Pog too. Then she crosses her eyes and looks at the peg on her nose. Clear the stage! Evie stands Noah in front of the woolly web. Do you see there? He's standing in front of the web. Cover your eye holes, she says. She steps backwards. Then she takes the peg off her nose. At first, nothing happens. Everyone waits. Evie's nose tickles. Her eyes water. They begin to close. Then she opens her mouth wide. Nothing. The crowd holds its breath. Choo! Chapter 7. Polly Wolly Doodle, says Granny. Noah flies into the web at great speed. He bounces off the wool and soars through the air, straight for Pog. Hold on tight, Pog, says Noah. He wraps his arms around the dog. Poa and Nog slowly drift down to the floor. What a play! Mr. Pooch smiles. His lovely sausage dogs dance. My dear Miss Footlights, the Butterfly Queen is a triumph. Click, flash. What a play, everyone says. The play of the year. Cameras click and flash. Miss Footlights blushes. The kids cheer. The dogs dance. And Granny gets to work tidying up the mess, because that's what she does best. No one could be happier. Well, except the Butterfly Queen and her fairy. They are the happiest of all. Evie is so happy, she wags her tail. Evie and Pog, two very best friends, a girl and a dog. And that's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed that little trip through the village school to see the kids put on their play. It was a lot of fun, and we like to have fun, don't we? I hope you're having some fun. I hope you're working hard with your schoolwork and reading lots of books, which is always great fun, and you're managing to romp around the backyard just like Evie and Pog do. They love to do that sort of thing. All right, guys, lovely to chat with you, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.